Welcome to another video. I'm Rusty CG, and this weekend was amazing because I was able to win two release events of the ST10 and EB01. So I got myself two Garrod, and I got myself extra dividers and extra EX resources. No, just resources. So I'm gonna go over the meta Monday because it's been a minute that I dropped Meta Monday. So I'm back to Gundam. I didn't play much for the past 4 weeks because, like I mentioned on the last Meta Monday, that I've been playing Riftbound a lot lately because there was no more new type challenge. There was not many cool promos to win, but now I'm back at Gundam for the month of July because I need to prep for the originals in Toronto and also Gen Con. So if you guys are going to Gen Con, hoping to meet you guys. I'm going to be attending for the originals at the end of the month of July 30th, I believe. So I need to grind and get back into Gundam as much as possible while juggling between Riftbound and Gundam. But it's been doing good. So today's Meta Monday will be a little bit different. I'll be more going through what card will be good for the 1v1 and what cards will be good for 2v2, Clash Royale, Battle Royale, I believe. And I had a lot of fun. Most of my event was Battle Royale. So we're going to go over what's good for 1v1 and what's good for free-for-all or for 2v2. So let's dive into the ST10. I think the Zeta Gundam is one of the best cards for Battle Royale, and it could even be possibly good for 2v2, or I don't think it's a good card for 1v1 because it's very similar to the other Zeta, the NTC Zeta, or like the GDO2 Zeta. I'm not a big fan of the Zeta because there's just like better cards that untap and swing again. So I think there's better cards allowing you to attack twice. So this one is just like when this card destroys shield area cards with battle damage, set it active, and it cannot swing the same player again. This card is insane at Battle Royale because it will allow you to attack every single players. So this is a 4-of for Battle Royale. I hope that Bandai gonna make Battle Royale more competitive, but so far I don't think there's not many supports for that game style and meta. So I think it's a very good card, but not good in 1v1. Over here, there's Zeta Gundam. This card, it's like almost like a second Admiral. I think this card allowed me to win multiple games. You just play it, Exile 2, and allow you to rest a unit. And there's a link for Camille or any support trait. So it's quite easy to just play it and swing for shield, resting a blocker. Over here, you have the Gundam. I think it's quite expensive for a weenie, but it's a link. So if you're playing Camille, you can play this. It's a good late link swinging for game for a 2-2. So it's additional link, but it's cost you for 2-2. It's quite expensive. I prefer playing just a normal weenie. I think it should be the next card, the weenie. Nope. So this one over here is just like a more expensive, worse Gundam RX-78 link for Admiral. I don't think it's a good card, but it's a. I would just play RX-78, the Grandpa, over this card. And over here, there's this weenie, extra weenie. So another Nemo, so extra blue weenie. So I think it's all right. It's another weenie. Phoenix Gundam. So this is more like similar to like Kira, L Strike. I think it's quite good, but it's just like it's if you're playing G generation unit, like you can play this. When this destroy units, you can bounce a 3 HP. I think it's a worse L Strike because L Strike is just actually on pair and you can just bounce something. So I think this one during the turn is only good when you kill something. I don't think it will last that long on the field, but I think this can be used on 1v1, and we need to test it out. It's a cheaper L Strike, but I don't think it's as good as L Strike because Mark only allow you to -2 during pair or during link. We're gonna go toward it a little bit later. But Kira, it's whenever you attack, you -2. So I think Kira, it's a better pilot than Mark, but this one, it's also like good when you kill a unit. So I don't know how many unit can kill with this because it should be like a 6/5, and maybe like it can last like maybe like 1 or 2 turns, maybe 3 pushing it. So we'll see. Most likely people are gonna kill it as soon as possible. They won't let this survive long enough. So Gundam Barbarous Force form, it's almost like aerial rebuild from GD01, but I just think that GD01 aerial rebuild is better than this card because it's conditional that you need to exile 2, but other one it's a pair or link. So I think stats are almost similar, but let's go check quickly. Aerial. So over here, the aerial rebuild is, let's not say the wrong thing. So this is on a pair. So they're both good, just depending what stats you're preferring. I think a 4/5 it's better than 5/4 because you can survive longer. But yep, it's just depending on your personal preference. And I think this card is the best card for Battle Royale because it allows you to draw 3 and discard 3. So you're just going to dig for all the cards that you need based on situation, based on what card you're looking for. So on a seal event like ST10, this is like the best card for drawing because you don't have any overflowing affections. You can just draw this card, just filter your cards. And over here, this blocker, it's actually, I think it's the best blocker in Battle Royale or like ST10 sealed because it can just block any weenies and survive. But it's good early game, but not so good late game. So if you put like a pilot under it, it'll become like a 4/4 blockers. It might be good, but I don't think it's the best card, the best blocker out there. Because Alfred, it's actually better than this. So it's a link with G-Generation. So if you need a link, this is very good. But I just feel that Alfred, it's a better blocker than this one for a 2/3 for the same cost. You're just sacrificing HP for a link. Over here, this is the worst blocker ever, 2/1. It's good because there's no blocker in ST10. So in a steel format, it's good, but I don't think this will be a very good card to play because I would prefer playing a Zord instead of this. So it's just mobile worker or just bad card. So I wouldn't even mind playing that. So Camille, it's actually a cheaper conditional Admiral. So it's a very good card, but it's conditional that you link it to something. So it's a more conditional Admiral. I think it's very good at late game if you link it with a Zeta level 7, so you can rest any level 7 unit lower than this unit. So if you link it to a 7, you can rest a 7. So it's quite good. You still cannot rest a Wing 0. You cannot rest anything else under 7. You can rest anything under 7, I mean. So this is quite conditional, but it's good. We're gonna see what people are gonna do with this card. Mark. So now we're gonna go back to it. So it's when pair, you choose one enemy unit level 5 or lower and get -2. So it's not as good as Kira. I think Kira is so much better than this card because Kira can just on attack, you can just pair it with anything and just -2 on any unit on attack. But this can be something else. So it's just depending on your preference and what deck you build. I can see this card getting played, but it won't be as good as a Kira. I'm still like a Kira fan, so I'll prefer Kira over this. Tactical training. I think this is like, it's quite conditional. You can choose one level 5 or higher, and it recover 2 HP and plus 2 AP. I feel that it's so conditional that it's a late game card. I don't think that I would want to play this. over here we have the unlocking development diagram. So this card is just like a more expensive show resolve. I would just prefer playing a show resolve over playing this because it's conditional. It just like discard 1, draw 2, and it's a 2 for 2. So technically you're not gaining much from it other than filtering cards. So I wouldn't play it at all. If I have to play it, I would just play show resolve instead. So this one, it's worse unforeseen. I would just play unforeseen over this. I don't think I have any reason to play this card. I'll just play unforeseen instead of it. Other than being a pilot, you can get the +1 for pilot, but I just don't see myself playing this as a pilot. And this card is quite good in the ST10 seal format. Like when you play this, you can get to recover 1 HP for all of your friendly units. So it happens to me that I swing with the Super Gundam, I believe. You repair 2 and I repair another one. So I get to repair for 3, but it just not really a good card. I don't really like it, but just better base than this. And that's mostly all for ST10. So now we're gonna go to the EB01. And I feel that over here, we're gonna go together. I didn't look at the set that much, but we're gonna go see for the Ashtray Red Frame Gundam. Exile 2 common cards from your trash. Choose 1 damage enemy unit level 7 or lower. Rest it. It won't be set active. So that's actually quite insane. Once per turn, and it actually kind of like rests something active, and your opponent won't be able to set it active. So actually, this might be very, very broken. We're gonna try to find a way to play this card, but I can see this be a broken card in 1v1, and also 2v2 should be good also. I'm not sure about the pilot, but we're gonna go see it low a little bit later. The High New Gundam. So I guess this is like an insane Amuro. So you can just rest almost 1 unit per enemy player. So I will see this card being played in 2v2 and Battle Royale, and also potentially maybe played in 1v1. And during Link, when it attacks, once per turn, if 3 or more other rested units are in play, set this card as active. So I feel like you attack this one less. So I think this one is actually a better 1v1 card than the Zeta Gundam. So I will see this card being played mostly, but it's a very, very late game card. So you can just like set active, attack again. So you can attack actually like twice with this card. So I feel that it's very good in 2v2 and it's very good in Battle Royale. So I can see this card being played in almost every single format. So right here we have the Barbados Lupus Rex. It repairs 2 once per turn during your turn. When this unit recovers HP, you can ping 1. So I can feel that there's a lot of way to ping people with this card. So we're gonna cook some stuff with this card potentially, and it might be used in 1v1 or potentially 2v2s or even Battle Royale. So it's a quite good card. And over here we have another Zeta 3 P2. So this choose 1 rest unit belonging to another player, set it as active, draw 1 card. I just think like setting another card active, draw 1 card. I don't think I can see someone playing this card, especially if your opponent is playing blockers, unless you're just gonna play it and kill it. I don't know what you're gonna do with this, but there's maybe some potential combo you can do, but I wouldn't personally play it in a seal format or even like 1v1. We'll see. Over here you have another Ashtray Gundam. So deploy, choose 1 of your units, again repair 1 during this turn. So maybe we can combo this with Psycho Gundam. I don't know, like I don't know what you can do, but it's quite conditional. So it allows your unit to be repaired, and we're gonna see. I don't see myself playing. The stats is not that good. I'll prefer playing a Rizal over this. And over here we have vanilla unit 5-4, 5-3. I think there's better unit than that. I wouldn't play it. And over here 5-4, 4-4. So this one is like exile 1, choose 1 friendly unit, recover 2 HP. I feel that there's better 4-4 units than that. So I don't see people gonna play this in the 1v1 format. Full armor, deploy all enemy players each choose one of their active unit, rest them. So this is a 100% for a 2v2 or Battle Royale. I think it might be very good, but it depends on how you build your deck and how the 2v2 format is. But I won't play this. I won't play this at all in 1v1. Over here we have another Barbados 6 form. So you choose 1 rested enemy unit and you deal 2 damage to it. It's a ping unit. I think there's better ping unit, but ping 2 is quite good, but it's quite conditional. You need to exile 3. So I think there's better ping unit than this one. So I don't see we're gonna play it in 1v1. So if you want to play a lot of 1-1, I'm pretty sure there's a way to play a lot of 1-1 units and make it a super aggro deck with this being a blocker also. So we'll see. Like maybe someone want to just play 1-1 unit aggro. This could be a good card for it. 2-2 for 2-2. This is just another bad card. Unless you really want to have a link with a 2-2, 2 drops, I would just prefer to play Weenie instead of this. So it's a no for me. 0 for 4 if this attack, if an enemy player has 6 or more cards in their hand, this unit gets +2. I don't think I would play this card. It's actually good stats, but I would just play Alfred instead of this. So waiting for a turn to attack, I just think it's a bad card. 3-2 for 3-3 during opening. This unit can receive effect damage with 5 or less. So that's an anti-ping card. I think we can play it in if ping is still a thing, but I feel like I'm not sure how the next format gonna be. But if ping, it's a very heavy or people playing red white. I think this can be an anti-red white card, but we'll see. It could be good in the normal format. Prototype Ashmar, destroyed. If there's 2 or more rested unit play, choose 1 rest enemy unit, deal 1 damage to it. So it's another ping card. So if you're looking to ping, I think it's conditional when it gets destroyed. So I think there's better ping cards. Purple has so much good ping card. I prefer playing Adapt over this. So nope. So a 3-2, 3-3, extra link. I think there's a better cards than this. I prefer playing a Rizal, which is 4-3, and I don't see myself playing this card. Harrow, it's destroyed with double damage. You and the other player would draw a card. This is just horrible. I don't like to give advantage to my opponent. I don't want my opponent to draw cards. So a conditional draw cards plus giving my opponent +1, I don't want that. Over here, Gundam Ashtray, Blue Frame, choose 1 friendly unit, recover 1 HP. I was having fun with this card in the Battle Royale, but I just prefer Rizal having a 4-3 instead of a 3-3. So this is a no to me. Over here, we have Pixie. If there's 2 or more other rested unit in play, this unit get high maneuver. It's quite interesting, but 4-3 for a 2-4, just bad stats for me. I just prefer Alfred over this. And over here we have the MK2. Activate once per turn, choose 1 unit and recover 1 HP. It's all right for 3-2. I don't like it. Bad stats. Maybe in the future we can find a way to recover HP, can have trigger other abilities, and this might be good. But durability traits, I didn't see many durability traits in this set. So we'll see about it. Over here, the Bill Strike Gundam, 5-4 for 4-4, breach 4. When paired, if there's 2 or more generation card in your trash, place 1 rested. So if you're playing ramping deck, maybe this can be good, but you need to have like a G generation pilots to make it work. So if you want to ramp a little bit faster, so I can see this being played with Academy or with any green deck that you ramp and to try to bring out Wing Zero as early as possible. But I think there's just better ramping than this card, but we'll see. People could be cooking, so there's potential with this card. Over here we have Gundam Exia, so Breach 5. At the end of your turn, you may destroy this unit. If you do, deploy 3 Exia. So I think this card will be quite aggro, but I don't know what we're gonna do. But maybe people are gonna play Exia with this, having extra unit rested, and I don't know, like you're just gonna go for a super aggro rush the turn after that. But destroying level 8 units to bring out 3 2/2s, I'm not sure about that, but it could. We can build a deck around this, swinging, breaching, and after that having 3 extra units, tell your opponent deal with it. But it's just bad against Wing Zero. If you just pop this and put 3 tokens and your opponent just drop a Wing Zero, you're just gonna cry. So I don't know. Over here, this attack, all player each look at the top cards of the deck. If there's a card level 5, then they reveal it, add it to their hand. So I don't want to give advantage to my opponent, so I just don't like it. But we're gonna see. Maybe like there's a reason why you want to maybe like deck out your opponent. I don't know. Like I don't want to give advantage to my opponent, so this is a no to me. Over here, this G-Quox is Breach 3. And choose 1 enemy with blockers, deal 2 damage to it. I just think that a Xinglong is better than this because I would prefer killing it instead of dealing a damage. But there's maybe a reason to play this card, but so far I don't think so. Toggies, I think this is one of the most broken cards for Battle Royale or 2v2 because when your opponent has EX resources, this unit can receive battle damage, so people cannot just kill it level 5. So it's on curve. You play this level 6, all the players get EX resources. So you force opponent to waste their EX resources, but you're just giving advantage to your opponent. But if they don't use it, if they use it or they don't use it, they give advantage to you. So technically, all your opponent need to use their EX resources in order to damage this. So technically, this is just like a unit that just can keep staying on the board and just not dying. So it's quite broken in Battle Royale, but I'm not sure if it's actually good in a normal format. And we're gonna see. Maybe people can just abuse it, but I don't want to give my opponent extra EX resources. It's quite bad. So we'll see. Over here, we have 4/3 extra Rizal. So that card, it might be broken because it will allow green to have a Rizal. So green and white, we're gonna maybe cook a Rizal beatdown deck. That's something the professor showed me. We're gonna see more about it. I'm gonna test it maybe tonight or this week if a Rizal beatdown can be a good deck. So we'll see about it. Over here we have another Toggies. This one is choose 1 friendly G generation unit, Breach 1. It gets Breach 1, so it's quite interesting. So we'll see. It's another Rizal, but more expensive. So once per turn, when another unit attack an enemy unit, if this unit is rested, the attacking unit gain Breach 2. So I think people can abuse Breach with this card, so we're gonna see how people are gonna use it, but I feel that this could be a very good card in the 1v1 format. And over here, we have another Astaroth. Deploy if 5 or more enemy units are in play, deal 2 damage to all units with blocker. So I feel that we can have like a very anti-blocker format if people start playing the G generation cards. I think this can be painful for blockers. So if you play this, you can deal 2 damage to all enemy with blockers. But I don't think that people are going to play it in the normal format because you need to have 5 enemy units. So it's quite hard for 1v1, but this in Battle Royale 2v2s, maybe even 2v2 is quite quite hard, but this might be insanely good in a Battle Royale format. Big rank. So look at the top 3 cards. You may reveal 1 G generation cards that's level 3 amongst them and add it to your hand. Return the remaining cards to the bottom. So this is a good filtering cards, but quite expensive. 5-4 for 5-3. I don't like low HP units, so I'm gonna pass on this one. Over here, another 3-1. This unit may choose active unit head attack. It's just very bad. 1-2 doesn't do much. I'll pass on that card at all. Gundam EZ8 4-3 3-2. So another result. So that's when I'm saying that result beatdown. This is quite good. You're giving more result to green. So quite broken. And over here, if you have a Taurus, activate action once per turn, choose one of the other units is being attacked, it gets +1. So this is actually a good defending unit. Maybe if you just drop like multiple one of them, it's quite good, but it costs you 1. And I think maybe like you block, like after a blocker blocks someone and someone decides to attack it, you can get a +1. So I think it's quite a good card. I might see people using this. Alfred. So a 2-2 Alfreds. When Link, look at the top 3 cards, you may reveal 1 G generation cards among them and add it to your hand. So it's another like kind of like search for cards in the top deck. I don't like the whiffing, so we're gonna see. It's G generation only. It's not Academy. It's all right. So we have another Alfred. So it's not Academy also, but maybe we can find a way to use it with Academy. We're gonna see. So this unit get breach when you deploy another unit. So it's quite conditional, but it's a 3-3. I don't know, like I think it's way too much condition. I'm not a fan of conditional cards, so I don't see myself playing this card at all. During your turn, all other G generation unit that are level 3 or get 1 HP, gain 1 AP. So technically, I think this is quite good card if you decide to play G generation. So it's almost like a Gundam RX-78, but only for G generation. So everything gets +1. I would prefer just playing RX-78, so Grandpa. So over here we have Zuda. During your turn, while this unit is battling enemy units with blockers, this unit can receive battle damage. So it's another anti-blockers, but 4-1, come on. 4-3 costing 4-3 for 4-1. This thing can just die to a Lupus, so it's a hell no for me. Over here we have another one, place a EX. So people want to play ramp. So if you want to ramp to 8 as fast as possible, there's another burn mode for you. I think if you want to ramp that much, I don't know if you really want to ramp, but there's a card that's costing you 10 for 10 that allows you to break 2 shield. I think maybe you can ramp as fast as possible to 10 and play that card maybe. So I don't know, maybe it's potentially, I might cook a Wing Zero deck with that card that costing 10-10, and we're gonna see about it. Over here, Rising Freedom Gundam. So when playing this card from your hand, if 3 or more enemy units are in play, it was level 3 and cost 3. So I think this could be good, and in 2v2 formats or free for all, or in aggro, you can play against aggro, but I don't feel that playing 3-3 for 4-4. I would just prefer playing like a Rizal instead. So this is just like potentially like a brick to me. Epion. So if there's 2 or more enemy units, choose 1 to 3 friendly unit, they gain breach 3. So it's quite good. Someone almost won a game with this in the Battle Royale, but I just don't feel that I feel like it's quite late. So it's potentially being able to play it, but I don't think that I would like this card. So we're gonna see about it. Strike Freedom. Big fan of Strike Freedom, but I don't think that this card will be played much. You choose one unit with 4 or less HP belong to each player. So this is very good for Battle Royale, but I don't think it will be good in 1v1 or 2v2 because it's quite conditional. It's quite hard to achieve this effect. Like I don't want to, I just prefer playing L Strike instead because it's so late just to bounce 1 4 HP units. Yeah, I think 2v2 or free-for-all would be very, very good. Over here, Harrow. This card, I think this card is the most broken card in the set of EB01. I think I'm gonna play this card for anti-blockers, or I can play this into pairing with Shinglong, with Ultrons. I might cook. Bradley showed me a deck, so we might cook something with this card. We're gonna see about it if actually playable. But I feel that there's something we can do with this card. It's actually very fun. And over here we have a Blue Destiny Unit 1. If a friendly unit with blockers is in play, choose one enemy unit that's level 5 or lower, it gets -2. So I feel that it's a bad card. I don't think I would play this card, but it's blocker conditional, but maybe you can pair this with Harrow, Psycho Harrow, we don't know, maybe. And over here we have a Justice Gundam. So this is actually a very good card. If there's 2 or more enemy players, choose one unit belong to an enemy unit with the most units, return it to the owner's hand. So I think it's only good for 2v2s or Battle Royale. I don't think it's good for 1v1 because I don't think it's usable in 1v1 at all. So yeah. Psycho Zaku, Suppression, 7.546. I think it's quite expensive, quite late game, but Suppression is quite good. Choose one enemy unit, repair, return it to the owner's hand. So conditional, I don't like it. I don't like conditional cards, so just a bad card. Over here, Striker Gun Custom. During pair attack, choose one enemy unit that is level 4 or higher. Gets -2 AP. I think that there's better cards than this. I don't really like it. I prefer, it's just like an opposite of a Kira, conditional Kira. I just don't think it's good. Over here you have Casval Gundam. You only get high maneuver during this turn. 4-3, 3-4, it's alright. I don't really like it. S Gundam. So it's a blocker, 4-3. This card saved me multiple times this weekend. I think I played the 3-4 version of this one, or the 4-3, I don't remember, but it's quite good. It's a Rizal blocker. Not with the best stats, but 4-3 for 4-3, it's actually good. Linking, not bad. I might see people playing this card, but I prefer a Launcher Strike over this. The 3-4 blockers over this, so we're gonna see. 6-4 for 5-4. While a friendly generation with a block is in play, this unit gain suppression. I just prefer playing the starter Freedom Gundam. It's better than this. I'm not a big fan of this card. Sekiro Gundam, attack, place the top cards of your deck into your trash. If you place a card that's level 3 or less or higher, choose one enemy unit, it gets -3. Just conditional, 6-6, so expensive. I wouldn't play this card at all. This is a very bad card. 1-1, 1-2. If, like I said, if you want to play like a 1-1 deck, like a tiny weenie aggro deck, then yeah, go for it. But I don't think I would play that. Just weak. Over here, you have a 2-2 for 0-2. Just bad card. I just, like, if you really want to play a 0-2 cards, yeah, go ahead. But it's quite useless in the current format. 2-2, 3-2. I just prefer playing a Zord instead. 3-2, 3-3, blocker, quite interesting, very good stats. We're gonna see about it if people are gonna start playing this, but it's an extra Rick Diaz. Maybe we're gonna see if you want to play like a highly blocker deck. 3-2, 2-3. If there are 2 or more enemy players and units, it's rested. Finish it can receive value damage from enemy units. Quite interesting. Maybe you can do like a lockdown so your opponent cannot break your shield. I can see people playing this card in 1v1, anti-aggro possibly, maybe. So people need to force them to kill this unit before killing your shield. So it's quite a blocker, but in a different way, different writing. Over here we have 3-2, 4-3. This is another Rizal. So that's like what I'm saying. Green-white Rizal beatdown could be a thing because 4-3 stats is quite insane. It's very good. So if people start playing this, I think people are gonna start playing more of Rick Diaz or like any 3-3 blockers. Over here is a 4-2 for 3-3. Good stats. If you may choose one active friendly unit that's level 3, rested. If you choose one of your enemy units, return to opponent hand. So this is kind of like a bounce city deck. I think it's quite good. We're gonna see if people are gonna play like a tempo bouncing unit deck. I can see this being played in 1v1, but it's quite conditional. I don't know how people can pull it off. Resting your own unit, I don't know about it. I think over here we're almost done. Where are we? I think right here. So Extreme Gundam, if there's 2 or more enemy players, this unit gains blocker. So this is only good for Battle Royale or maybe like 2v2, and it's just like that's what I'm mentioning, like there's 2-4 blockers. I just prefer something else. Psycho Zaku, during Link, attack once per turn. All players each choose one of their resources, set them as active. I think it's all right for 5-3, 4-4. I'm not a big fan of this unit. I just prefer playing Suleta instead. So, yep. And over here, the last unit of the set, Gundam Aquarius, exile 3 cards, choose one enemy unit level 4 or lower, and return it to owner's hand. I think I prefer L Strike over this because L Strike is just paired and you can just bounce something. So L Strike is quite better than this. Alice Cloud, when paired the friendly generation units in play, choose one enemy unit that are level 3 or lower, rested. So I think this is just like another Admiral, but conditional Admiral. I feel it's all right for 1-1-3, 1-1-1. I don't like it. 4-1, 1-2, Jonah Basta. Choose one enemy player. They may draw 1. If they draw 1, this effect, draw 1. So I don't like my opponent to draw cards. I don't want to give them a cards for me to draw a card. So it's a no-no. Aerial Flaming. If there's 2 or more other rested unit in play, this unit gains repair 2. I think conditional 2-1. I don't like it. Randa Gina. When this unit's a repair, it gains breach 1. It's all right to me. I don't really like it. I think there's better pilots than this. Mirror Siva. Choose one energy generation unit, again breach 1 during this turn. Not really good pilot. Choose one for energy generation during this turn. You may choose an active enemy unit with blocker as an attack target. I think this is just, I prefer my Wing Gundam. I prefer something else. Blocker, I think if you really a blocker hater, you're gonna play this card, but I don't think it's a good pilot. Asuna Elmerit, Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. You may reveal one generation among them and return to the bottom deck. Return and remain random to the bottom of your deck. It's actually not even like a +1. It's just like recycling it if like you really want a unit. I don't think this is a good pilot. Too situational. I don't like it. Chala Acoustica. I think this card is quite insane. If you if you're playing G Generation deck, I think this is very good because you just infinite pilots, so you can just kind of, if each time your pilots get destroyed, you can just aggro, put it back on the top, draw it again, and link again and attack. So it's quite good, but it just like prevent you from drawing new cards from your deck. So if you really need a pilot, yeah, that's good. Choose one friendly unit with blocker, it gets +1/+2. I think it's just bad card. Daryl Lawrence. If it's your opponent's turn, choose one unit. It gains AP +1 during this turn. I think it's quite good. It just boosts all your unit +1 like every single turn. It's all right. It's not amazing, but it's a normal average good pilot card. Itu Tsurugi, this unit gets +1. I think it's when link, 2 conditional. It's the opposite of hero. Like it's like a hero but worse stats. So nah. Yu Kajima, when paired, choose one active friendly unit with blocker and one enemy unit that's level 4 or lower, rest them. So it's just that it's just a conditional Admiral. I'm not a fan of this, so I'm not gonna play it. Character Kurim, if there's 6 or more rested unit in play, draw 2. I think this is more like a very expensive, like a late show resolve, conditional. I just don't like it. So it's only good for 2v2, or I think it's only good in Battle Royale, technically, not in 2v2. You have Eternal Road. Choose one enemy unit with 3 or less HP, rest them. So it's on a burst. Quite interesting, but conditional also. Burst, I don't think it will happen that often. Main action, choose one active G Generation units. Rest it. If you do, all enemy players each choose one of their thing to rest. Choose one of their unit to rest. So very conditional. I don't like it. And you open and choose what they run to rest. Fierce Enemy Assault, choose 1 to 2 enemy unit with 2 or less HP, rest them. I think it's quite be interesting. It could be good against aggro, but I don't think this can be very good. But I don't think it can rest any blockers. That's 2 HP. So it's only against aggro or a deck that play a lot of weenies. We're gonna see. Gerbera straight, choose one friendly G Generation unit, it recovers 3 HP. -1 to heal 3, it's a no. Master League begins, choose one rested G Generation unit, change a battling enemy to target. So this is like, I think like I prefer the CB cards over this one, but this is more like a flexible cards, only for G Generation, not good for any other deck. Like the CB cards, there's a CB cards that I think interference, something that can retarget attack to another units. Same thing. I don't think it's a good card. Premium unit assembly. So all players each look at the top cards of the deck. When other players, I don't really like it, and it just gives advantage to your opponent, and I just don't like to give plus to my opponent. So over here we have modifications. Choose one friendly G Generation. It can receive battle damage unit during unit that are level 3 lower during this turn. So just not good. I don't care. Stern Falls. Choose one G Generation units during this turn. It may choose an active enemy unit as its attack targets. So I feel that that's only good in a G Generation deck. I don't think it's good in 1v1. Unless you really want to attack a standing unit, then this might be good. So this is the opposite of Demeanor. I think this card will be good. I can see people playing this card. We're gonna see what the format is, but with 2 or less HP, Bouncing, I prefer Demeanor over this one. So I think Demeanor will be played more than this card, but we can see people playing this card. We're going to see about it. We're going to think about it. We're going to see if people are going to play it. But there's potential. Warship Cruise. Choose one unit that's level 3 or lower belonging to each enemy player. Return them to the owner hand. So this can be good. It can be like an alternative to Demeanor. And bouncing cards. I like bouncing cards, so it's a tempo card. So maybe you can start stopping aggro with this card. So we're going to see. SP conversion chips. If your opponent's turn to choose one unit, it gains AP plus 3 during this turn. I prefer just like, I just prefer the cards that give blockers plus 3 instead of this, or I prefer Unforeseen over this. 30 centimeter cannons. Choose one unit with blockers, set it active. It can attack, so just having your extra blockers, so it's all right. Add one of your ships to your hand. Then you may choose one active friendly G generation unit, enemy units. So you just rest one of each. I think it's just bad. I don't want to rest my units. When a friendly G generation units link, it gains repair 2 during this turn. I think just very bad base. There's better base than this, 4-2. Maybe if you really want to repair 2, but G generation, only for G generation, I'm not sure about that. And over here we have another base. During your turn, when a friendly green generation destroy enemy units with battle damage, choose one friendly unit, it recover 2 HP. Another healing cards. I think there's better base than this, but only limited to green units. I don't like it. All friendly G generation unit that are level 3 gets +1 during your opponent's turn. It's all right. I think if you have like a lot of G generation blockers, you can use this, but I don't think that it's going to be used. Lakis. Choose one of your rested G generation units, set it active. It can attack during this turn. So technically, you can attack with a unit, set it back active. So because you don't want to get killed, but I don't think there's any reason to play this card at all if you other than blockers. But there's not many blockers and limited to white units. I was playing it during my seal deck, and I don't think I was able to use it efficiently because I have too much green or blue units. But if you're only playing white units, maybe. So bad cards. Tifa Adil Frieden. If it's your turn, choose one with 2 or less HP belonging to each enemy unit. Return them to your hands. So this one is actually interesting because you can bounce your opponent units. It's very good in Battle Royale or Free for All, but I don't think this card can be used in other formats than that. So it's quite situational. It's against aggro. If your opponent is playing aggro, then maybe, because there's not many units that are 2 or less HP and you don't want to bounce a damage unit. So, yep. So just to recap quickly, this set, I think Psycho Harrow, it's a very good card. They're going to be played in the 1v1 formats. What else? And I think the High New Gundam might be a very good card to play in 1v1. And maybe even 2v2. Is it this cards? 3 or more. I think all the Rizal, all the 4-3 Rizal, all the Psycho Harrow, they're very good cards that can be used in the 1v1. But I don't really like this set because there's not many good cards that have been used in 1v1. So I think this recapped what I think it's good for the 1v1 and what's good for Battle Royale and what's good for 2v2. So I hope you guys enjoyed this type of video. It's quite long. I think it's over 50 minutes for this video. And I hope you guys enjoyed this type of video. And I will start cooking more decks for 1v1 and the current meta. So I'm gonna cover more decks for next Meta Monday on next Monday. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please subscribe, like, and drop a comment. What is your favorite card in the EB01 and ST10? And I hope you guys enjoy it. Subscribe and like. On to the next one, guys.